My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey folks, welcome back. Today we got some special guests zooming in from beautiful Windsor, Ontario, a real estate power couple, Peter and Marilyn Adamo. And these guys have got a really interesting story. So Marilyn, for years, was very, very busy. She's a pharmacist, had their own pharmacy. She was very, very busy with that. And Peter was busy on the real estate side. They built up a portfolio of 18 rent-owned single-family homes in beautiful Windsor, Ontario. And then most recently, they've kind of sold off everything, consolidated everything, and now they are in the hard money lending business, I think primarily in the States, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, you guys?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah. So welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Thank you for having us.
So you guys, let's take a little snapshot. That's a huge transition. So Marilyn, I know a couple of pharmacists, they're always just crazy, busy, hair back kind of thing. So going from doing that for many, many years now to transitioning into real estate full time, that must have been quite a transition for you.
Absolutely is, and I love it. It's been a refreshing change because all I ever knew was pharmacy, and I loved it, and I loved the relationship building with the people, and it was always the same thing. So, as throughout the years, I looked at how I can change and grow. And now I'm looking at something brand new. I'm challenging myself to something totally different. And it's very exciting.
So Peter, you were the hands-on guy with the real estate back in the day.
Yeah.
Doing rent-own deals, which I am familiar with. I did that for a number of years myself here in BC.
Yep.
Lots of pros, quite a few cons. So
Yes.
why don't you kind of give us the genesis of how you decided to kind of cash out of that and put your capital and your time into private lending?
Well, I also worked at the pharmacy. So Marilyn and I both ran the store. And
wow.
we had the rental properties. And we started collecting homes back in, I think, 2004. And as you know, 2008 was very rough. A lot of jobs, a lot of people out of jobs, and we had issues with tenants not being able to pay. And we had basically 18 homes to support. So that was
were they all rent-to-own deals?
They are all rent-to-own.
Now, were the kind of rent-to-own you guys were doing, was it tenant first or property first rent-own? Like, did you buy the house and then put a tenant buyer in it? Or did you find a tenant buyer and find them a house? Which way was it?
You know what? It was actually a combination of both. Some tenants came to us and said, we'd like to get this house. They put a deposit down, and then they'd pay the rent. And, part of it went towards purchasing the house. But boy, 2008 was, as everybody knows, very challenging, but we survived it. And then, up until about 2 years ago, we decided that, okay, let's start unwinding, these properries because, as you know, this 18 homes is a lot. You're dealing.
It's not all that passive, is it?
It's whoever said it's passive, just tenants. And as you would, it was a lot of work, right? And then, with the pharmacy also, it was a lot on our plate. So we started winding down, and then up until about a year ago, like when we started selling the pharmacy, we sold it back in July, and then we thought, we always loved real estate, maybe not rent to own, but we wanted to do something in real estate. And I don't know if you want to tell that story, Mel.
Yeah, how did you come up with the idea of becoming private lenders, hard money lenders?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I heard about private money lenders, and I thought it sounds like a passive income type of thing because we're too young to just stop and retire and go to Florida. So we want to keep going. We love helping people and having a purpose, and we know that there's a purpose for us. And so we heard about private money lending, and we thought, let's do it. So we connected with somebody that we thought we trusted, and we lended out about $500,000 and realized really fast that we really don't know enough about it to do it properly,
Yeah.
and to protect ourselves and other people. So that's how we came across some partners from Orlando.
Yeah. So, yeah. And why we went into private money or hard money, basically, when we started collecting homes, buying up properties that, to get to that 18, the banks kind of capped us at around 5 or 6 homes. And then they started giving us problems because, for them, the risk, right? Like they didn't want us owning more than, so we had to involve family and friends to get them in as partners. But that was kind of a pain, eh? So we wanted to provide value for the real estate community by providing funds without that cap. We want people to scale. We want investors to scale. If they want 6 homes, if they want 10 homes, there shouldn't be a cap. Each home should be able to stand out on its own in terms of investments and tenants and this and that. So that was one of the reasons why we got into lending. Our first experience wasn't the greatest because we didn't know what we were doing.
But then we realized the world of coaching and mentors. We didn't know they were out there. So we started getting coaches.
Yep.
Yeah.
But,
all right. So you learned the ropes, you learned how to do it properly.
Yep.
What do you guys primarily lend on these days?
So fix and flips, ground up construction, anything real estate, like multifamily. And I think they're launching it this week or next week at the latest. We're going to be lending commercial projects also, whether they're restaurants, hotels, car washes. It'll be a platform where if we can't do it, other lenders, it'll be put out there, and other lenders may bid on it, to provide the funds for a particular investment that might not.
It sounds like you guys did pretty well with cashing out of the pharmacy and the 18 homes. Yeah. But still, we're talking some serious cash there. Is this all your cash, or are you involved in some sort of and what's the difference between what you're doing and what a mortgage broker does?
Yeah. So some of our money, a lot of our partners' money that we have in Orlando. I mean, if there's a $20 million project, they can help fund it. So they have the capital and the resources and the knowledge. They have their underwriting team. So they do all the vetting. Things that we couldn't do on our own, because there's a lot of work, and it's all about risk mitigation, right? When you're lending money out, you don't want to give it to a bad client, because our partners also have a fund, a real estate fund, if people just want to passively invest, and their foreclosure rate is like under 2%. Like they're very strict, and not strict in the sense that it's hard to get the money, but they look at somebody's background. And we do want to help people, but there's certain criteria,
So what role do you guys play in this whole picture? So you got the partners that have the experience and the money. Are you guys kind of, is almost like a franchise type situation or a licensing thing, or how does this work?
Yeah, we're not particularly licensed. We're not mortgage brokers per se. When we present an opportunity to our lenders, we share 50-50 in terms of any profits that are made, as opposed to a mortgage that will just charge points and then move on from there. So and then also we service our clients, if there's any issues, we're the go-between people.
Got it.
But what we found, what we always knew when we had the pharmacy, and what we know now, is we love networking with people. I think if there's any one particular talent that we have, it's networking. Marilyn, as she's a fantastic pharmacist. She used to work at, was it Rite Aid?
Yeah.
So back in Detroit, she worked at Rite Aid years ago. She was nominated based on customer compliments, the number one pharmacist in Michigan for Rite Aid pharmacists.
Yeah. I'm the solution finder. I don't see roadblocks. I look at everything as an opportunity to find solutions to help people.
Yeah.
And no is not in my vocabulary. And I love connecting people and finding people who can help each other and connect them.
It's all about a win-win. I mean, just recently, like when we meet new potential borrowers, we love having Zoom calls with them, because it's face to face practically. Like you're meeting the people. We just recently, in the last couple of weeks, we spoke with about 14 potential borrowers, and we told them about this event that we were going to in Dallas. Just about it was a JT Fox Adam Coffee event. It was about just how to acquire businesses, put them together, scaling and this and that, and exiting. And we met these people once, and they literally all showed up to this event to meet us in person and to sit through the workshop, but basically to meet us in person. You know, like we were so honored by that. You know, because you know when people meet us, they see the sincerity. We want to help people. It's not about this guy's another check for us. Like you know, it's about helping people. You know, and that comes across when we talk to people face to face.
When we ran the pharmacy, like I was a pharmacist first, obviously, for many years, and it was all about healthcare and helping people. And when I opened a business, I thought, I don't want people to think I'm just in it for the money and just like all business and just sell. I'm not a salesperson like that. I looked at it as I went out of my way to prove that I'm there to provide value and to help people. Yeah. And the harder I worked at that to help people, the more passionate I got. I didn't have to worry about where the money was coming from because it was always there. We did well and we didn't have to think about it. So that's kind of like how we're moving into this next chapter. Like we just love continuing to help people, and we know that our success will follow. You know, like.
So I want to ask you guys, new business venture, it's exciting stuff. How does what you do differ from, let's say, what a mortgage broker would do?
So a mortgage broker, basically, they have to be licensed. They can only work in, I believe, a particular state or area. Like, you know, I'm not sure what the legalities are to be a mortgage broker. We can work in, I think, 48 states. You know, so we're not restricted. We're not licensed. Our partners are licensed, so we don't do, you know, but we share 50-50 in terms of any profits that are made. But even after,
so you're the marketing side of things for these for your partners.
That's right.
Very cool. And in the time that you guys have been doing this, what's kind of your bread and butter ideal client that you're working with, or real estate investor? Is it a flipper? Is it a developer? I know you do. You can do lots of different things, but what have you found has been the primary source of your clientele?
It's actually a combination of flipper and developers. You know, home builders. It's actually recently more home builders. Than flippers. You know, so because we can. The one common complaint that a home builder has is that banks will cap them. Like we just met with one today. We had a really good meeting, and I think the banks caps him. He deals with two banks. Each they cap him at 2 houses per month. So he can't scale. You know, whereas if he wants to build 6 homes at a time, if he wants to build 10 homes, like he wants to get up to 28 homes a month, and we could fund that for him. There's no cap with us.
Exciting. So you guys are based in Windsor, Ontario. Sounds like all of your clientele are American. Are you guys traveling around a lot, or how do you generate business? How do you find leads for your business?
That's a very good question. You know, we'll place Facebook ads. The number one way is through referral partners. So we have people that work with us, wholesalers, real estate agents, mortgage brokers, and so they refer people to us, and that is the number one way. But I've placed ads on various real estate sites, and there'll be a picture of, like, we've met celebrities, like, so I'll put a picture of, say, us with my daughter and Kevin Costner, who we got to hang out with backstage. So people will see Kevin Costner and say, "Oh, this is an interesting ad," and then read up. And we've met people that way too. You know, we've met other celebrities. You know, and you know, so it's something that will catch people's eyes. You know, so
Marilyn, where do you see the business going this year in 2025?
2025, we're growing, and we're looking to even expand in Canada, hopefully.
I was going to ask about that. So that's a possibility, is it?
Yes. If our partners, especially through this platform where other lenders can bid on a particular project. I believe that we can also bring Canadians into that platform more so, because we get approached by a lot of Canadians, especially with multifamily, in home building. So that's for us, that's on tap. So we definitely want to be a part of that.
Very good.
Yeah.
If people want to connect with you and find out more about what you're up to, where should they go?
So www.osbridgecapital.com.
osbridgecapital.com. Well, you guys, thanks very much for being on the show. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Dave.
So much.
Nice to meet you.
All right, everybody, take care, and we will see you on the next episode. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now, at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.